Welcome to the NBA player prop bet video here at FTN Bets for Wednesday, March 8th. Solid slate of 7 NBA games on tap for tonight, and we do have a couple edges that are popping out early, even though all the props for these games are not completely dropped yet. So let's talk about the ones that we do like here. The first one we're going to talk about is going to be Jonas Valentine points over 13.5, minus 125 over on FanDuel. This number is already up to 14.5 on most sites at like minus 110, minus 105, somewhere in that range. Jonas Valanciunas had been out with an injury for a couple weeks now, and he's back. Last game was his first game back. He played 32 minutes in his return, which is something that I really like. There's no Zion Williamson for them. There's no Larry Nance Jr. for them. So this should be another game where he can get over 30 minutes. He goes up against the Dallas Mavericks team that is coming off of a game last night. So they're on the tail end of a back-to-back. Their defense has been slightly worse since the trade deadline where they moved some of the pieces around. And on top of that, they're playing at a much faster pace. So faster pace, worse defense, going to mean more points scored here today. Plus, they're on the tail end of a back-to-back, so the defense is probably not going to be top-notch anyway. I really like Jonas Valanciunas to go over 13.5 points. He had 19 in the last game when he came back. And again, we only need him to get to 14 to cash this. The next one we're going to talk about is going to be Al Horford points. Similar situation here. Robert Williams is out for the Boston Celtics. And that's going to mean that Horford's going to play 30-plus minutes in this game. As a matter of fact, he hasn't played less than 30 minutes in a game that hasn't been a 20-point blowout since all the way back in January. So I'm expecting a lot of minutes here tonight for Al Horford, and he's been producing with those minutes. Now, take the last game with a grain of salt. Well, he actually sat out the last game, but the last game that he played 2 games ago went into double overtime. I think he played like 40-something minutes in that game. You're not going to see 40-something minutes out of Al Horford, but you could easily see 30 minutes out of him. He's been knocking down jumpers in the corner to help stretch the defense. He'll get a rebound put back here or there. Maybe he'll finish on a break or something. It's only 10 points that we're asking him to score here, which is not a lot of points, especially when there's no Robert Williams and he's going to have to play a bigger role here. So the last guy we're going to talk about here is going to be Evan Mobley of the Cleveland Cavaliers. This number's up to 16.5 on most books out there. PointsBet actually has it at 16.5 for the same minus 115. We can get it on DraftKings at for 15.5. And it's a pretty good matchup for them as well. You know, Miami, the defense for Miami has been very good on the season, but the last couple of weeks, the defense for Miami has really taken a nosedive. They went from being a team that on the season isn't like the top, 5 or 6 for least points allowed per 100 possessions to their opponent. Now they're in the bottom of that. They're like the 6th worst in points allowed per 100 possessions over the last 2 weeks. So definitely a good scoring opportunity here for Evan Mobley. Remember, they got rid of Kevin Love, and since they've gotten rid of Kevin Love, Mobley's seen a little bit of an uptick in minutes, not a lot. He was playing like 34 minutes a game over the last 4 games, about 34 minutes a game. Over the last 4 games, it's a little closer to 36 minutes. His scoring is up a little bit, and I think that this is something that's sustainable because he was averaging less than 12 shots per game on the year. Last 4 games, he's taken at least 14 shots in each one of them. So if he's going to be playing a few more minutes, taking a few more shots, you would expect him to be a little bit above where he has been. Recently, he's been averaging 18 points over the last 4 games. He's averaging 16 on the season anyway, which is the number that we need here. And like I said, with Miami's defense not being as top-notch as it has been lately, I think this is a good spot for Evan Mobley to get some points here. So I like Evan Mobley over 15.5 points, minus 115 on DraftKings as my third best bet for the day. Remember, you guys can get over to ftnbets.com right now. Sign up for our free 3-day trial. Check it out. See all the charts, all the graphs, all the models, all the projections, all of the picks from all of our analysts in NBA, NFL, NHL, MLB, MMA, tennis, college basketball. Those guys are killing it lately with the tournament starting. You definitely want to be seeing what those guys are doing now. So remember, ftnbets.com/free. Get you access to that free trial. Use promo code Benny when you sign up. You'll get 20% off. And that works on FTN Bets, FTN Fantasy, or FTN Daily. So definitely make sure to get over there and sign up. This is Benny Ricciardi for FTN Bets signing off. Good luck tonight, everybody.